All right, y'all. On Wednesday, March 26th, Marvel went live on YouTube to reveal 5 hours of just chairs. Or more specifically, those who are going to be joining the cast for Avengers Doomsday. There were some massive surprises, obviously, but that includes both people who are going to be in the movie and who aren't. But be sure to like, subscribe, and let's get right into our thoughts. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Yo Nerd Podcast, the podcast where we talk about nerd culture news, share our opinions, and debate on pretty much anything. I'm Jase.
I'm
Noah.
And today we are talking about the Avengers Doomsday Cast. We have, honestly, I think the largest cast I've ever seen for a movie. So there's so many names. We're just going to do a speed run through all the names, all the characters that they announced yesterday in their 5.5 hour long stream. I had it going while I was working. It was almost painful to watch. It was so slow, but very exciting at the same time. So we have Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier, Letitia Wright returning as Black Panther, Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. We have Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent, Tina Huerta as Namor. We have Ebon Moss-Bachrach as The Thing, Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, Kelsey Grammer returning as the Beast. We have Louis Pullman, the Sentry, coming up in the Thunderbolts. Danny Ramirez as Falcon, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, David Harbour as Red Guardian, Winston Dukes M'Baku, Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, Tom Hiddleston's Loki, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romijn, I don't know the last name, I apologize, as Mystique, James Marsden as Cyclops, Channing Tatum as Gambit. I'm gonna leave that there. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, and finally, of course, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Guys,
that is a mouthful, man. That's so imagine the payroll on that movie. Like
it's got to be the most expensive movie of all time.
They pay Robert Downey Jr. like $30 million for like 2 minutes of screen time. And that's just him alone, and he's gonna be one of the main people in that movie.
It was overwhelming, honestly. I mean, a lot of the Marvel picks were pretty standard. Like you have your Fantastic Four, some of your key Marvel players, but we got a lot of the Fox X-Men characters.
Yeah,
which was like a huge surprise. I wasn't too surprised when I saw Kelsey Grammer, because he was the first name that popped up of the Fox people. So I was like, okay, it makes sense, because he was already in the post-credit scene of the Marvels. Spoilers, by the way, for all Marvels. Sorry about that. The entire MCU and beyond, spoilers. But I was like, okay, cool. They got Beast in there, whatever, that makes sense. Then when like Patrick Stewart popped up, Ian McKellen, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Ian McKellen was crazy. I was like,
yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even
What did you guys think of this list?
I didn't even watch the whole thing. Obviously, it was way too long, and I was like working or whatever. But seeing like the reaction videos on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, there were so many names. Yeah. I didn't even remember all of these people because there's so many of them.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Noah,
it was a lot. Also, they kind of spoiled the Thunderbolts. They're all gonna survive.
You thought one of them was gonna die?
Maybe.
I mean,
like no one's gonna die. They're all in the movie.
No.
Well, you don't know that. Iron Man died. He's back as Dr. Doom. So you never know, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I'm interested into the cast. I don't know logically how you write a movie
with all
these characters.
Yeah,
I really don't. And that's not even considering everyone who's not in the cast, which is majority of what we're going to talk about today. There's a lot of theories and stuff you can make about the actual movie, but I'm more so interested in who they didn't announce that are some key Marvel characters. RDJ did reply to Marvel's Instagram post about the movie and the production and everything. He did say that's what you call a deep bench of talent. Actually, it's more like a row, but an extra long one. That must be it, right? And of course, Marvel responded by saying there's always room for more. There's going to be more people in this movie. There's just no way. But, I mean, who do you guys think of the missing characters? Who's most crucial to the success of this movie?
Spider-Man gotta be on there. That's their biggest moneymaker. Spider-Man has gotta be in there somewhere. There's no way that he's not. I mean, do y'all agree, or is it just
Noah disagrees?
what? Why? Why don't you want Spider-Man?
I don't know. I've seen enough of him for now. We're good.
What do you mean? It's been like 4
No, me and Simon
years.
were
You
texting
realize
while
it's
it's
been
coming
like
out. We both agreed he does not need to be in this movie.
you realize it's been like 3 years since we saw.
Yeah, but here
Tom
he has
Holland?
3 movies. He's appeared in like what 6 or 7 movies total. Like I want more screen time for other people.
All 50 other people, and no one's gonna
Yep.
get like a bunch of screen time anyway. There's way too many people. At least give it.
Spider-Man will get a lot of screen time if he's in the movie. I don't need him taking time away from Shang-Chi.
There's just okay, yeah, but I'm saying there's so many people that you can't. This is either gonna be a 4-hour like movie, like Snyder
It
cut
has to
movie,
be.
or
Or these characters are in it for like 10 seconds.
that's what I'm saying. Because the last time that something they released something like this was Across the Spider-Verse. They were like, oh, there's gonna be however many new characters in the movie, and then we got there and they made cameos, but they were just on the screen for a split second. Like you can't do that with this. I mean, I guess you could. I don't see that being good.
Yeah, I think it could go either way with Spider-Man. I think from a studio movie making perspective, of course they want to add Spider-Man in there.
Exactly.
I think it would be a little less satisfying story-wise though, because they left Tom's Spider-Man in such a great place after No Way Home.
True.
That to bring him, they brought him down to a more grounded, normal Spider-Man story level. So to bring him then into the whole Avengers thing, and this isn't obviously just an Avengers movie. This is literal multiversal storytelling. So I just think it would be a little less satisfying than, but I don't know if they could stay away from the money.
No, that's fair though, because I mean, if they put him at such a ground level point the last time that we saw him, it wouldn't really make sense to have him go to whatever they're gonna do, go to space, fight the supernatural, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that I guess that makes sense. But
yeah,
like you said, from a money making, gotta.
I mean, there's so many characters that I know they're gonna add. Like, if they brought in all these X-Men, they're not gonna not include Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right.
There's no way. Like, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are absolutely gonna be in this movie. But I'm surprised that there's no like Mark Ruffalo mentioned as the Hulk. There's no Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye.
They're both
we don't have.
Why?
We're done with Jeremy.
But we don't
No
have
offense to him.
Dang, that's crazy.
He got replaced. There's a new Hawkeye.
We're done with Mark Ruffalo too.
But
All right, bro.
To your point, we don't
Mark
have
Ruffalo.
we don't have any Young Avengers. We don't have Captain Marvel. I don't know.
Nah, what? No. Let's go back. Let's go back for a second.
Doctor Strange. Okay, Doctor Strange.
No,
that's a key
he can
one.
stay away.
I'm fine with Doctor Strange. What do you have,
Wong
bro? What do
can
you
stay
have
away.
with the Hulk? I don't want to see Hulk fighting Doomsday.
I need redemption.
Damn.
I need redemption for him.
He can't be redeemed. He's
Yeah,
been
he
ruined
can.
for like 6 years now. He's done.
He
Done.
can make a comeback.
Nah.
Now, if She-Hulk pulls up in this movie, I'm gonna be heated. She can
Star-Lord.
stay away. Yeah, he can stay away too.
Dang.
The entire Guardians.
Okay. No. Okay, I agree. The Guardians, their time has passed, but it's weird to me. Most of this cast, not all, but most, are new characters that are introduced this year. By the way, not introduced, but I guess have reached their culmination this year, or they're old X-Men characters from 20 years ago. That's kind of weird to me. Where it feels a little bit not like an MCU movie, because I get wanting to have all your new characters and everything like that. Obviously, they're really banking on the projects that they feel are going to be successful. So Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, things like that. It's kind of weird. Like, where's some of the MCU staples mixed in with the new characters?
Like who?
Like a Hawkeye, like
Oh
a,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess if you want to make room for new people, I get it. But
There's just so many of them.
then even Doom is new.
Yeah, true.
We don't know if we're gonna get Doom in Fantastic Four. I highly doubt that we're gonna get a full Doom storyline in that movie if
Nah,
he's
because
even in it.
Galactus was in that trailer, right?
Yeah.
There's
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, nah.
So we're gonna get Doom introduced in his own movie. Have to do a whole character development for him and all these characters along with the Fox X-Men. I
The
don't. I
they introduced Thanos 6 years before, and it worked. What are they doing now? Why would they change it up now? I don't know. Obviously, I'm
well,
not
we
a
know why.
yeah, yeah.
Well, and King.
RDJ.
I had a
And the Kang situation. I
yeah
will admit,
that
Got to rewrite
that messed
everything
him
up.
up.
I had a friend a few years ago after Endgame came out. Shout out Caden. He said that they would bring RDJ back for the money grab in in a few years, and here we are.
Dang.
Who knew it would be as freaking Doctor Doom though?
Doctor Doom though is
That's
crazy.
still insane.
Yeah,
Although when I saw him at the end of the video, man, there's something about that
there's
guy.
something
It
about
was
He
so
RDJ,
is
good
it,
man.
though.
seeing him
He is
again.
the MCU.
So much
It
aura,
feels wrong
bro.
without him.
So much
It was
aura.
like it was so comforting. It felt like, oh man, it's like when you see your friend after a long time or like a family member.
Yeah.
It felt like that. It was like, oh dang, that is kind of nice. I'll admit.
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, yeah. It's just crazy to me. They I don't know what the change up was, because they're before, obviously they were starting up their universe. Like the whole Infinity Saga was building the Marvel universe that nobody really paid attention to, because it was nobody was reading Avengers comics or anything like that about Thanos. It was all Spider-Man and X-Men. But now they're going back, because I think X-Men 97 was really influential to what they're doing now, as far as, because they brought back all of the Fox characters. That's crazy to me, and it's crazy that they got them all to agree. Like, I don't know,
And
crazy.
but it's just that is the only weird part for me.
Mm,
I get the rest of the cast. I'm cool with that. I am most worried about the Fox X-Men inclusion, because there's already so much. This movie can't even tie up the entire MCU. Look how many characters are missing
right.
from this movie. How many storylines aren't going to culminate here?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're adding in a completely different universe. Like, I get it's just going to be some cameo, like, and I'm sure they're going to do a good job. They're going to treat the characters with respect. But it's like, I don't know. It's just weird,
It is. It is.
you know. But uh, I mean, if you guys could if you guys could add one character in that's not in this movie, if you could say they have to put this character in, who would it be?
No, if you say Hulk, you can leave.
No. It wouldn't be Hulk.
Give me
Mm.
Daredevil. Honestly, I want to see Daredevil not at the street level. I feel like it would be interesting, more interesting to add that to his character. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of people who wouldn't want that. Like, a lot of people did not like the whole Spider-Man, Iron Man going to space, that whole thing. I
Yeah.
personally didn't mind it, but for Daredevil, I think that could be pretty cool, just to see where they would take it. Obviously, if it's bad, then that would be kind of a letdown. But I
Yeah.
want to see Daredevil at least.
Hot take here. We're only in episode 5 of Daredevil Born Again. Or that's
Episode
as
6.
far as I've seen.
Yeah.
That's as far as I've seen is episode 5.
Hater. You're
he-
such a hater.
Number one, I don't like the show.
You don't like
That's
the
a side
show?
note. That's a side note. We will cover Daredevil another day. Number 2, I actually feel like Daredevil is not at the fighting level that he would need to be for an Avengers movie. At least not yet.
He was never at the fighting level to do that, Zion.
No, but
Let's be
when
real. He gets
no,
beat
no,
up
but-
half the time. It takes him
But
like
when-
5 minutes to beat a
But so
somewhat
does
skilled
Spider-Man.
fighter.
Spider-Man gets beat up on all the time.
At least he fights superpowered
Spider-Man,
beings.
Spider-Man, this version of Spidey's got to up the fighting too. I will say, like, he has no fighting ability almost. I'm hoping that with the director of Shang-Chi taking care of Spider-Man 4, there's gonna be some good action. But Daredevil is having a hard time beating some low-level goons. And I get it. He's human. He's, it's scrappy, whatever. But She-Hulk made me think, oh, the MCU is going to up Daredevil a little bit. He's going to be a little more fantastical. Nah, man. He's not there yet. I would love to see it one day, but he got to up the fighting a little bit.
Hey, you never know. How many more episodes of Daredevil we got?
We got... No. I think is it 9?
It's 9. We have 3 episodes left.
Oh, I haven't seen 6. Did you watch 6?
I haven't seen 6 either, actually.
Okay. So, yeah. Listen, I don't know. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying.
No, you hate
But
it.
but seeing Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock interact with the Avengers, I know he would kill that.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
100%.
By the way, hold on. We all agree that he's like a top 4 casting of any hero.
I mean,
Hold on,
top
ever?
4?
Aren't like any here in Marvel or period?
Maybe
Period is tough.
That's
It's close.
that's hard. In Marvel, I think you could argue it. Like, actually, no, he's
No,
definitely
that's
not top
easily
4.
in
What are you
Marvel.
talking about? No, he's not. No, he's not. RDJ,
It's hard because
obviously,
Marvel is always so good at their casting.
they really are.
Yes, but Charlie Cox is unbelievable.
Let's
He's
think.
done a
Let's
perfect
think
job.
of this
He is.
because I don't think he's top 4. Because we obviously RDJ, Chris Evans, right? Those
No,
are
he's better than Chris Evans, and nah.
No.
That
Yes.
is an insane
No,
Hold on.
take.
No,
bro.
here's
no,
why.
it's not.
No. Nope. Here's why.
That
Here's
is
why.
an insane take.
Chris, name another iteration of Captain America that you actually like.
I can't name another iteration of Daredevil that I've actually liked, except for Charlie Cox. Like,
What
what do you mean?
Hold on. Have you read Daredevil comics? Have you seen
More
him
than
in the
Captain
show?
America
No.
comics. Who wants to wear a cap? No one
Nobody's
reads
reading
Cap
the Captain
comic.
America.
Exactly.
Now, bro.
Exactly.
But
So he took a character that. Hold on. If you are a Cap
And
fan,
no one still cares about him.
we know why you're a Cap.
I'm arguing with you,
Oh
Zion.
my-
I'm arguing with you. I think Chris Evans is a top 2 casting in the MCU. Period. It's him and
Heck
RDJ
no.
are top 2.
No, Tom
'Cause he
Hiddleston's
took
far
the
better.
character and added something to him that I don't think many could have done, and made the character beloved in a way that Cap never was or has been.
That's what
People
every
love
character in
Cap.
the
Don't get me
MCU.
wrong. What?
No one cared about any MCU character until the MCU started.
That's
Except
not
Spider-Man.
Except
Yes,
Spider-Man.
yes, it is true.
I mean,
No,
it is
that's-
Marvel was
true.
dead, bro.
Like,
The
Avengers
OG
is irrelevant.
No one cared about Iron Man. No one cared. No one
That's-
cared about any of the Avengers except Spider-Man.
No, that's not true. Don't disrespect the OG comic fans, bro. I'm not saying they were as popular, but they had their fans.
Yeah, they had their fans, but they weren't nearly as popular. Like, if you're telling me
No,
before
no.
2010 anybody was reading an Avengers comic, no,
There's
they
no
were
way.
they were all reading Spider-Man.
No, they were. How do you think they got the inspiration?
Well,
It all
obviously
came
the
from the
comics
comics.
existed. I'm not
No one
saying
was
they
reading
didn't
them.
exist, but that the reason they made the movies was because nobody was paying attention to it on the reading.
Nah, that's crazy. I
Not
can't
as
let
many
that
people
slide.
were paying attention to it.
Okay, that's fair. That's.
But
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't
not
even
trying to
know
fight you guys. I know I'm coming a little strong. I'm worried about this movie. I'm a little stressed.
I think everybody is because that's so many people.
I ain't worried about it.
So Jace, you would add Daredevil to the movie.
I'd add Daredevil.
Noah, who would you add?
I'm taking yours. I don't care. I'm adding Moon Knight.
No.
Yep. Who else am I gonna add?
That's the last time I text
honestly,
with you before a show.
my second would probably be
Dang.
Kate Bishop though. Weirdly,
Nah,
I
get
feel
her
like
out of
she'd be
here, bro.
fun.
Get her out of here.
Nah,
Get her out.
bro, you
I'm-
hate that show for no reason.
I'm a D1 hater on that show, and I don't care. Get out of here. Don't nobody
That's
want
wild.
Kate Bishop anywhere.
No, Kate Bishop will be dope.
Do
She'd be dope.
what would she do? What would she do? Realistically,
What did Hawkeye do?
nothing exactly. She's the worst version of Hawkeye. Like,
All right, Noah, Moon Knight, because you took the pick, so defend it.
Yeah, he's like one of the coolest characters in the MCU, and I stand by that.
He's just
That
been
show was
wasted.
great. He's amazing. Oscar Isaac did incredible. I think he'd be cool. I just want to see him again. Honestly, I don't even care if he's in this movie. I just need to see him soon in any project.
yeah,
I
I
really
agree.
hope they bring Moon Knight back.
I agree.
When I was watching the live stream, they had the live chat going. Moon Knight came up every 2 seconds. I'm not even lying. And it was just a constant flow. And I still saw Moon Knight over and over again. People want the character, especially after Marvel Rivals, I think. I think that's added a lot to Moon
Hate
Knight's
Moon Knight and Marvel
popularity.
Hate him so much.
I love Moon Knight. I'm a Moon Knight main.
Yeah.
Moon Knight sucks, dude.
Moon Knight's trash.
You guys are just hating because he's awesome.
No, he's really not. I love targeting Moon Knights, especially as a Spider-Man. Love targeting him.
See, that tells you everything you need to know.
No,
He's
get out of here, dude. You made Moon Knight.
No, hold on. Noah, who is a
Yeah.
more annoying person? A Moon Knight main? I'll admit, annoying character. A Moon Knight or a Spider-Man?
Moon Knight.
Oh
Yep.
my.
Yep.
No, you're just saying that to get out.
No,
Moon
I
Knight
hate
is
Moon Knight
bro,
memes.
y'all have one move. Literally just throw the Ankh down and just it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's that noise. I can hear it right now. I'm not even playing the game. They're just so bad.
Well, you took my character, but I think I will say I'd probably bring back Scarlet Witch. I think she's coming back eventually. So I don't know if it would really make sense in the movie, but you have characters
Nothing makes
like
sense in
the
this movie,
X-Men. That's true. That is true. And who knows? We could even see other. They're obviously open to new movie franchises. Got the Fox. Who knows what they want to do with? They already brought back the Spider-Man. So at this point, I'm just like, just please be good. Please be a good story.
For real.
Give it
It
time.
will be.
You think so?
Yeah, the Russo brothers don't miss, bro.
True. The Russo brothers do not miss.
How many movies have they done? Like 4?
They did.
Okay, let's
Infinity War
clarify
1.
because that's a big talking point right now. The Russo brothers don't miss in Marvel
Yes, in Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they know what they're doing, but I'm like, I just don't know how it's humanly possible to even figure out a story with all these characters.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they're not going to give all these people a lot of screen time. They can't unless it's a 4-hour movie, which even then, it's still so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I will say, though, regardless of how the story is, I know it's just going to be fun seeing all these characters, seeing plots in the MCU finally come together after everything's been separated for so long. I am excited for that.
Me too.
So we'll see how it is. Obviously, production's just beginning, so
Yeah, so
now the whole news cycle is going to start.
It's supposed to come out in a year and a month, and they just started production. Or maybe they started a little bit ago, but like they're still filming.
It's going to get pushed.
I don't know. I think they have a really tight schedule.
Then
I don't know.
CGI is going to be garbage again. I'm not trying to take as much time as you need.
Oh man, so that is the cast for Avengers Doomsday. Who do you want to see in the movie? Who are you excited about, nervous about? What do you think overall about this news? Please share in the comments. And again, guys, like, subscribe. It really helps us out. And yeah, keep following along because whatever comes out about this movie, news, trailers, things like that, we'll be here to react to it.